September 19th, 2024. Most of the world is asleep, but in a high-end rental in Miami, a group of young men are watching a digital countdown. They aren't trading. They aren't mining. They are orchestrating the largest private crypto theft in history in a matter of hours. $230 million in Bitcoin would simply vanish. Meet Malone Lam. On the internet, he went by N. To his neighbors, he was just another wealthy kid in a designer hoodie. But the FBI says he was the architect of a heist so sophisticated, it makes Ocean's 11 look like amateur hour. This is the story of how a kid with a laptop outsmarted a billionaire and how his own ego eventually led the feds right to his door. This wasn't a hack in the way you see in movies. There was no green code scrolling down a screen. It was something much more dangerous: social engineering. Malone and his crew targeted a single high-net-worth individual, a billionaire creditor of the collapsed Genesis exchange. They didn't break into his computer. They broke into his mind. They posed as Google security. They spent weeks helping the victim secure his account, slowly gaining his trust until the moment he handed over the keys to the kingdom, his private keys, once they had the keys. The heist began. $230 million in Bitcoin was moved instantly to cover their tracks. They used mixers and peeling chains, moving the money through dozens of different exchanges. They used privacy coins like Monero. For a few weeks, Malone Lam was the king of the world. But 20-year-olds with $200 million have a very hard time staying quiet. Malone didn't go into hiding. He went shopping. The crew reportedly spent millions on a fleet of luxury cars, Lamborghinis, Ferraris, and Pagani Huayras. John Diel Serrano, wearing expensive streetwear and luxury watches seen in high-end Los Angeles environments. They rented mansions in Miami and Los Angeles for hundreds of thousands of dollars a month. They were seen in high-end nightclubs, handing out $50,000 watches to strangers like they were candy. But while they were living the dream, a group of on-chain sleuths was already tracing the crumbs. Led by the legendary investigator Zax, the fatal flaw, ego, in private Discord servers, the group bragged about the hit. They shared screens showing their massive balances. Malone even used his real-world connections to fund his lifestyle, leaving a trail of IP addresses and KYC data that the FBI began to harvest. They thought they were untouchable because they were digital natives. They forgot that the real world has cameras. September 2024, the party comes to a violent end. FBI UAT teams descended on Malone Lam in Miami and his co-conspirator Jean Diel Serrano in Los Angeles. The flashy cars were towed. The designer clothes were bagged as evidence. When agents searched their devices, they found the digital roadmap of the $230 million theft. Malone Lam now faces decades in federal prison. Most of the $230 million has been frozen or recovered, leaving behind a trail of ruined lives. Then heist wasn't just a robbery. It was a wake-up call. It proved that the biggest threat to your fortune isn't a man with a gun, it's a kid with a Discord account. As for Malone, he traded a life of unlimited luxury for a 10 by -10 cell. A high price to pay for being the smartest kid in the room until he wasn't.